Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. The Blackhawk Bridge between Crawford County, Wisconsin and Lansing, Iowa is just hours away from shutting down as construction on its replacement continues. And while it's not the first time the bridge has been closed in recent months, DOT officials say it will be the last. News 8 Now's JDS McGee is live in the newsroom tonight with the information you'll need to know as you plan your travel across the Mississippi.
Yeah, Brooklyn, the Blackhawk Bridge has closed a number of times since its replacement began construction in 2023. And while those shutdowns were temporary, officials say tomorrow's closure is the end of the road for the iconic structure. As Iowa and Wisconsin DOT officials prepare to shut down the Blackhawk Bridge for good, some residents are taking a final trip across for old time's sake.
Just to know that it's going to be gone and no longer in existence to experience, I felt I had to do it one last time.
While the new bridge won't be open until 2027, DOT officials say the closure of the current structure is necessary.
To ensure safety, we've decided to close the existing bridge so we can proceed with the construction of the new bridge.
The shutdown begins at 7 a.m., meaning many locals will have to find a new way across the river.
It's going to affect all the local people that commute back and forth from Wisconsin to Iowa. It seems like a long time, 2 years. That's going to be a big adjustment for a lot of people locally.
To help, the DOT will launch a free car ferry starting in early November, serving cars, bikes, and pedestrians. Until then, drivers will have to take the long way around.
They're doing the best they can. I'm sure they'll be working hard to get it done quick. Maybe they'll get it done early.
The bridge's demolition is expected to begin as soon as it closes. Now, DOT leaders say detours will be marked and updates on the expected ferry service will be posted on the Lansing Bridge Facebook page and at 511ia.org. Live in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, JDS. Well, if La Crosse felt a little busier this weekend, it's because thousands of youth soccer players came to town, bringing a big boost to the local economy. The Rush Wisconsin West Coulee Cup tournament brought more than 2,000 athletes and 3,000 family members to the area this weekend. Hosted at Fields for Kids, the event features 130 teams from Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois competing in 400 soccer games. While the tournament provides an economic boost, organizers say it brings out a positive impact on athletes as well.
I think the smiles are the biggest thing for me, seeing what the kids are having a good time. The sport brings them together, but the friendships and some of the memories they're making will last forever.
The tournament generates an estimate $900,000 in positive economic impact, including 878 hotel nights filled and revenue for local businesses. Pet lovers gathered today at the Omni Center in Onalaska for the Pet Expo LAX, and all for a good cause. The Alliance of Wisconsin Animal Rehoming Efforts hosted this charitable expo with dozens of vendors featuring pet products, services, and interactive educational areas. Attendees can meet adoptable animals from local shelters, learn about reptiles, small animals, and cats through specialty shows and educational stations.
Being able to give rescues and shelters the opportunity to fundraise, bring their adoptables, meet the public, find foster homes, raise money, and just share their mission, because if we can do that, we're going to get more animals into homes.
All admission and raffle proceeds go towards supporting Wisconsin animals in shelters and rescues. A celebration of inclusion and community in La Crosse today, an event dedicated to recognizing disability culture. The Disability Action Network hosted the Disability Pride Fest at Logan High School. Since 2022, the group has organized the event to promote inclusion and showcase the value people with disabilities bring to the community. Organizers say the fest helps break down barriers many community members still face, including accessibility challenges and social isolation.
People with disabilities a lot of times are the unseen population, and for them to be seen and people to realize that we're like everybody else. We all have some type of disability, be it a physical one that you can see, a hidden one that you can't see.
Activities included presentations, performances, community art, and resource booths, all focused on celebrating disability culture. Roller derby fans and curious beginners had a chance to hit the track today in La Crosse. Mississippi Valley Mayhem hosted a short track roller derby clinic at the Moose Lodge with a special appearance by the North Dakota Legend Derby team, with both squads giving lessons and explaining proper rinked rules.
It's also focused on spirit of play. It's about recreation. We are not in a big competition. We're not trying to move up in rankings. We're just trying to really skate and have fun.
The clinic says they welcome skaters of all skill levels, ages 18 to 99, and that is the perfect opportunity to learn the basics of roller derby skating.
Well, after the last few warm days that we've been having out there, we had a little bit more of a mild and seasonable Sunday to finish the weekend out. Temperatures today and your afternoon highs, for the most part, in the 50s. 59 was your high in La Crosse this afternoon, 57 in Eau Claire, and it was a little bit breezy out there as well, so it made it feel just a tad cool. If we compare that to our averages again, most of the area is almost right on the dot, apart from maybe a couple degrees off from average. So this is what we should expect for this time of the year, and we will likely have a week ahead with multiple days of temperatures similar to what we saw today. Tomorrow, not really looking to be one of them. They're actually going to be warming in the afternoon, close to the mid 60s for most of the area. Still a tad cool through the morning hours in Eau Claire as well. 36 will be your low, so patchy fog is possible. But again, those afternoon highs are definitely going to be on the nicer side as most of the area gets in the 60s. Still going to be dealing with that winds though, so we'll have all the details on that coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Nicole. President Trump is returning to Washington, D.C. after spending the weekend in Florida. His return comes as the administration reports U.S. forces killed 3 men and destroyed a boat suspected of running drugs in the Caribbean. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
Today, the Trump administration released footage of a strike that took place on October 17th. It's the 7th known U.S. strike on alleged drug vessels since last month, which have killed over 30 people. The military actions are causing tensions between the U.S., Venezuela, and now Colombia. Colombia's President Gustavo Petro accused the U.S. of committing murder in a post on social media, alleging a U.S. strike in September killed a Colombian fisherman. President Trump responded, calling Petro an illegal drug leader, and says he would cut off U.S. aid to Colombia. The president says the military strikes are necessary to stop the flow of illegal drugs.
The boats get hit, and you see that fentanyl all over the ocean.
Some lawmakers are questioning the legality of the military actions.
I do worry about the legal authorities, or lack thereof, that the United States military has to conduct these kind of strikes.
The idea that they're coming here is like, it's a huge assumption, and really shouldn't you have to present some proof?
Also this weekend, organizers of the No Kings protest say 7 million people turned out across the country to rally against President Trump and his policies. Trump wasted no time trolling the protests with posts on social media, including one depicting himself flying a fighter jet and dumping brown sludge on protesters. And today marks day 19 of the government shutdown, and the House is out this week, and both sides show no signs of backing down, but the Senate could take another vote later this week. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Israel launched a wave of strikes on Gaza and blamed Hamas of violating the U.S.-brokered ceasefire after 2 Israeli soldiers were killed in the enclave on Sunday. The truce that ended months of fighting is in its 2nd week and has seen previous accusations from both sides of violations, but is now facing its most serious test yet. Hospitals and witnesses reported at least 8 people were killed in Israeli strikes in several parts of Gaza. Paris's Louvre Museum is now closed today after a major robbery of priceless jewelry. France's interior minister told radio station France Inter the suspects stole jewelry from the room that houses the French crown jewels. The interior minister says the thieves used an external freight elevator on a truck, broke a window, and made off the motorcycles this morning with the jewels. He says the robbery took only 7 minutes. Still to come, work around the yard never ends. We take you to a place looking to help you find the right tool in this week's eyepiece.
Every accident is different. Different driving conditions, different injuries, different life circumstances. The insurance companies often use these circumstances to avoid paying you what you deserve. At Gruber Law Offices, we know how insurance companies can take advantage after an accident. Trust our experience and history of successfully helping our clients. And remember, there is never a fee until we win. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
We've got an important milestone here to celebrate. As you know, our family has been providing other families with affordable flooring for 60 years. Whether it's vinyl, hardwood, laminate, tile, or carpet, we've offered a wide variety of flooring that stands up to the biggest messes. And we know messes. Speaking of which, who started in on the cake?
Don't look at me.
Sealand's Carpet Land, where #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
What should I do next?
Western has the answer.
Do something that excites you.
Do something fun. Do something that shows your skills.
Do something that gets you hired to do what you love.
You can do it all at Western Technical College. Choose from more than 90 programs. Invest in you, spend less, and get hired fast. Take that next step. Apply at Western today.
Do something for you.
Libraries are known for having all kinds of books to check out, but for this week's eyepiece, Chief Photographer Chuck Odsma checks out something they have that requires a little less reading.
Libraries are different than they used to be. We're just looking to see what kind of things people need, and we've noticed that sometimes you only need a tool one time, so it makes a lot of sense.
You can do so much. So our goal really is anything home repair, anything related to your yard, anything to repair your bike. I think we have some car things, but I don't really understand those parts.
We see people with a how-to book and a tool to go with it.
We are branching out a bit more, so there's more winter weather activity things that you might want to check out, but the real bread and butter is actually our rug cleaners, carpet cleaners, the dryers, the thing you use to spray down your house, the power washers are incredibly popular, and we keep having to replace pieces just because they're used that much.
Oh, thank goodness, it's not very heavy. Okay.
This time we're staining a fence.
Great.
And by we, I mean my husband. So I'm just here picking up the sprayer. I'll supervise, maybe.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you want the printout then?
No, there's always a project. So yeah, if there's something we have to do around the house, I'm looking up the tool library catalog to see if there's something available that would fit the bill, because I'd rather use that than go purchase a new tool.
Check us out. We might have it.
Tools are reserved for a week, but can be renewed for an additional week. Don't go too far. We have more news ahead, but first.
We had a breezy day today, but we have even windier conditions on the way, especially as we go into Tuesday. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
As a teacher, I think it's important that students here in Wisconsin become proficient and ideally strong in math.
We need to keep teachers like you here. That's what motivated UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge program.
By covering the cost of tuition, the Teacher Pledge enables us to teach in areas and subjects where we're needed the most.
We're working to fill these gaps, and those who benefit are the youth of Wisconsin.
When we stay in Wisconsin to teach, that's a win for everyone.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
We know if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control, it's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Drive your story with a new Ram.
Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram or Jeep now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie. And get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Hurry in because this offer ends October 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug to driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Please Me. For tasty taco meat, brown 1 pound of ground beef with 4 teaspoons of Taco Please Me. Drain the grease and add 1/2 cup of water. Simmer for 15 minutes and it's ready to make tacos. For an easy taco dip, blend softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of milk until smooth. Add 1 tablespoon Taco Please Me. Get Taco Please Me and over 40 other blends at the outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Well, after a more seasonable day today, we're going to have more seasonable temperatures going into your morning to start the week off as well. Definitely not super chilly, but we're getting on the cooler end. Overnight lows likely dipping below freezing again in our cooler spots. Expect west central Wisconsin and areas north of I-94 to again most likely have some frost and maybe even some freeze out there in our cooler spots. Keep in mind though, counties along and north of I-94 aren't going to be receiving those frost or freeze warnings anymore because you guys have already seen plenty of that so far this season, so you don't need to have those warnings out anymore. But still, if you have any plants outside, you're definitely going to want to cover them not only this morning, but almost every single morning that we have coming up this week. So we got some chilly mornings ahead of us. Tomorrow afternoon, though, actually going to be quite pleasant. After a cool start to the day, we'll see high temperatures getting back to near average, if not a little bit more. 66 for your Monday high in La Crosse, 62 in Eau Claire. It's going to be breezy, though, so keep that in mind. It won't feel exactly like 60. It'll be a little bit windy out there, and we also have the chance for some late afternoon, early evening showers to pass through thanks to a cold front eventually moving through the area. The cold front will bring those showers in, but it's also going to be bringing much cooler temperatures into the area for Tuesday and the next few days onwards. So make sure you get outside and enjoy the 60s tomorrow because we'll be saying goodbye to it for a couple of days. Here's the light showers associated with that cold front, likely reaching most of the area sometime around 4 or 5 tomorrow afternoon. Really light rainfall associated with this because this is really the only bands that we're going to be tracking, and it's moving pretty quickly, so it'll just be some light showers, maybe accounting for around 1/10 to possibly 2/10 of an inch. Overall, not a substantial amount of rain. After that line moves through, most of the rain will be done, but we could still see a few scattered showers moving through later into the evening and into the nighttime. We'll have a little bit of clearing as we go into early Tuesday morning, but we'll likely see some more rainfall as we go into Tuesday. We also will have some breezy winds continuing ahead of this front as that low pressure system it's associated with slowly moves across the area. It's a strong low pressure system, so it's going to be bringing some breezy winds with it, even getting a little bit windy, especially tomorrow afternoon, seeing winds, sustained winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour. That'll be putting our wind gusts in the afternoon closer to around 30 miles per hour, even 35 for some locations. We'll see a little bit of a break in the wind tomorrow evening as that front passes through, calming down the atmosphere just for a little bit. But as we go into Tuesday, that low pressure system's still going to be very close by, and this will likely be the windiest of the week, and it's going to be quite windy out there. Here's our wind gusts going into Tuesday afternoon. A little bit more breezy and less windy for areas further north, seeing wind gusts closer to 30 and 25 miles per hour, but areas further to the southwest likely seeing the chance for some wind gusts closer to around 40 miles per hour. So again, that's strong enough to trip over some trash cans and maybe blow some lawn decorations away. You're going to want to make sure you have those Halloween inflatables pinned down so they don't fly into your neighbor's yard on Tuesday. Still going to be breezy on Wednesday as well, and it's still going to be quite cool. Again, actually quite pleasant as we go into Monday, but once that cold front passes through on Tuesday, it's going to be a little bit of a chilly one out there, and combined with those strong winds, it's going to feel quite cool on your skin outside. Slow warming trend as we go throughout this week, and we'll eventually see near normal temperatures and the 60s returning to the forecast as we get into Friday, but still those cool mornings are going to be sticking around almost every single morning this week. Along with the cooler high temperatures that we're seeing on Tuesday, Wednesday, those mornings are likely going to be the coolest as well. So covering those plants and nailing down the lawn decor is really going to be the big message going into the middle of this week.
Sure, looking at that 8-day forecast, that Tuesday's gonna hit us.
A little chilly, yeah.
Definitely, have to get used to it. So thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, action in the NFL. The Vikings were hosting the Eagles, and the Packers put together a strong second half down in Arizona. Kate is in next with the highlights.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension of sight and sound. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the sofa up ahead. Your next stop, the comfort zone.
Fast, free financing available. Don't need financing? Ask about our cash discount.
Come to Wesco and find yourself in the comfort zone and tell them Peyton sent you.
If you've ever grilled, you know you can count on propane to make everything great. But did you know propane also powers school buses that produce lower emissions that lead to higher test scores? Or that propane can cut your energy costs at home? It powers big jobs and small ones too. From hospitals to hospitality, people rely on propane, an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly for everyone. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Green Bay entered the day near the top of the NFC, but they were going on the road against a struggling Arizona team who was going to give it their all to get back in the win column. Let's go there. Micah Parsons getting loose. He'd have a big game in this one. First drive for Arizona on 3rd and goal. Brissett back to pass, but here comes Parsons. Brings them down for the sack. Cardinals settle for a field goal. Green Bay offense struggling early in this one, down 6-3 on 3rd and 6. Love brought down. Packers forced to punt, and the Cardinals capitalized. 12 seconds in the half, but Jacoby Brissett finds Trey McBride for the score. That puts the Cardinals up 13-3. But with 1 second to go in the half, Lucas Haversick would nail a 61-yard field goal, of Green Bay franchise record. Packers down just 7 going into the break, and in the third quarter, the Green Bay defense making plays. This time, Rashawn Gary forces the fumble. Evan Williams jumps on it. Packers take over, and they would capitalize. Josh Jacobs bounces outside. He beats the defense. That 9-yard touchdown ties the game at 13. Arizona would go down the field, and then from the 12-yard line, Brissett finds McBride wide open. He's in for his second score of the game. Cardinals go up 7. Fourth quarter now, and the Packers offense is hot. Jordan Love going to find Tucker Kraft in the flat. We're all leaving at 20. 6 minutes to play. Arizona up 3, going for it on 4th and 1, but the Packers defense stuffs them. Turnover on downs. Green Bay ball. Now the Packers are in field goal range, but on 4th and 2, they go for it. Love dropping back, goes to the sideline and finds Kraft. The gamble pays off. First down, and a few plays later, Love hands it to Jacobs. Green Bay takes a 27-23 lead. Arizona not out of it, driving down the field, but Parsons is there. His 3rd sack of the game, and Green Bay holds on 27-23.
If you don't have confidence in your guys, you don't do it. But I got a lot of confidence in our quarterback. I thought our line was doing a pretty good job in protection. I know our receivers can win versus bad leverages, which we had right there. And those guys made a hell of a play.
To have that confidence in the offense for us to go make a play, and then for us to go out there and do it. You know, that's one of those decisions that, you know, it's going to suck if we don't get it, but when you do, it pays off like that when we go out there and get the win.
So it wasn't pretty, but going up against a team that's lost 4 straight, we knew the Cardinals were going to bring their A game at home. Not the greatest Jordan Love game, but he made big plays late in this one to keep them in it. And you can't say enough about Micah Parsons. Constant pressure, 3 sacks in this one, and that's why you make the trade. Packers improved to 4-1-1 on the season. They'll travel to Pittsburgh to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers next week for Sunday Night Football. Over in Minnesota, the Vikings were in action in the noon slate up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Vikings down 7-3 early in the second quarter. Carson Wentz back to pass, but that pass is picked off by Jalez Hunt. He's got room to run. Nobody catches him. 42 yards to the house. It's 14-3 Eagles. Next Minnesota drive, facing a 2nd and 25. Wentz on the run. He's going to send it deep, and that's a mistake. Another interception. Minnesota down 14-3 at the half. Third quarter, now 14-9. But on 2nd and 5, Jalen Hurts takes a shot, has a man. That's Devontae Smith hauling it in. He's going to score a 79-yard touchdown. Puts the Eagles up 12, but the Vikings going to battle back. 2nd and goal. The snap to Jordan Mason. Fights his way in for a Minnesota touchdown. That makes it 21-16. Then after another Vikings field goal, it's a 2-point game, but with under 7 minutes to play, Hurts throws a laser into A.J. Brown. Touchdown Philly, and that was more than enough. Eagles close it out 28-22. Wentz had 2 interceptions in the first half, including that pick 6 that put the Vikings in a hole. Minnesota was moving the ball, but settled with 5 field goals and just 1 touchdown. That's not going to cut it against a team like the Eagles. Vikings fall to 3-3 on the season. They will travel to L.A. this week for Thursday Night Football. The high school football brackets are out, so let's go over who made it in Division II. Holman, a 2-seed hosting Nicolette, and Central is a 4-seed hosting Menasha. In D3, La Crosse Logan will host Wisconsin Lutheran, and 2-seed Onalaska will host Menominee. In Division 4, the Aquinas Blue Goals will continue their undefeated season hosting Amory, and West Salem finished with only 2 losses, but they're a 6th seed and will have to travel to Berlin. In D5, Prairie du Chien will host Westfield, and Arcadia going on the road to take on 4-seed Winnebago Lutheran. Division 6, Bangor landed a 3-seed. They will host Marshall. Melrose Maduro going on the road to take on top seed Darlington. And we've got a bunch of Division 7 teams, starting with the top seed Cochrane Fountain City. They'll host Assumption. Pepinalma is a 3-seed. They will host Turtle Lake. More D7 games. Blair Taylor hosting Oliva Strum. Wazeeka Steuben Seneca hosting Ithaca. Cashton will travel to Brookwood. And Royal will take on Roncalli. North Crawford also in action on Friday for the 2nd round of the 8-man playoffs. We'll have all the action later this week. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
This October, Maxwell White and the La Crosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
Not everyone calls me coach. The most important people call me dad. As a parent, I want to teach my kids the value of bringing their best minds and hearts to everything and everyone. As examples of what that means in action, I often point to the care teams at Amplify Health. These pros go all in service to the well-being of others. Their parents should be very proud.
The Medicare annual enrollment period runs from October 15th to December 7th. With so many choices, it can be overwhelming. At Strive Medicare, we cut through the confusion, helping you find the plan that's right for you. We're your local Medigap insurance advisors right here in the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse, and ready to answer the questions face-to-face or over the phone. Don't go it alone this annual enrollment season. Call or visit Strive Medicare today.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm & Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we've kicked off our store-wide celebration with unbeatable deals on toys and more. Like assorted Play-Doh sets, buy one, get one half price. This Fisher-Price musical Christmas train, just $19.99. New at Blaine's, these men's work and sport flannels, also $19.99. And all dog and cat toys are 20% off. Shop now and save during our Toyland store-wide celebration, only at Blaine's Farm & Fleet. Be an original.
We have that at Sweet Valley Artisans in Coon Valley.
Hi, do you have a red Norwegian sweater?
We have that.
Perfect.
There's no way they have floral bell bottoms here. Yep, we have that. Jams, mixes, I wonder if they have eggs. We have that.
I'm looking for something a little unique.
Yep, we have that.
Hunt for your next piece in our newly remodeled artisan shop now. Stop in and find your treasure today.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes.
Call or schedule online.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In New York City, a spooktacular event has costumed canines stealing the show.
From fairy tale favorites to pop culture icons, dogs and their owners brought their best looks to the annual Halloween Howl. More than 200 dogs took over Carl Schurz Park, all dressed up for Halloween. A panel of judges scored each costume on creativity, originality, and crowd reaction. The parade featured sparkling fairy tale looks like a four-legged Cinderella and Little Mermaid, mixed with modern twists, including K-pop inspired demon hunters and New York's own Pizza Rat. Pet owners say it's all about celebrating Halloween with their furry friends and giving New Yorkers something to smile about. Well, Nicole and I both have cats, and let me say, my cat, as cute as it would be, would not sit through a Halloween parade.
No, and she wouldn't put a costume on to begin with.
Not a chance.
I have bought many, and I have tried many different kinds, whether it's just a hood or a full-on costume, and nothing is getting past
I have not even attempted. I don't think it's possible.
No, she knows when no is no. Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast coming up after the break.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control. It's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Please Me. For tasty taco meat, brown 1 pound of ground beef with 4 teaspoons of taco seasoning. Drain the grease and add 1/2 cup of water. Simmer for 15 minutes, and it's ready to make tacos. For an easy taco dip, blend softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of milk until smooth. Add 1 tablespoon Taco Please Me. Get Taco Please Me and over 40 other blends at the outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos!
I'm exhausted and really need help. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing, and I'm scared I'll choose the wrong one.
Sounds like you've got mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, we make things easy. Our sleep counselors are here to help guide you to find the best mattress solution. No jargon, just support.
I'd like to sleep on it.
Sure, no pressure here.
No, I'd like to take this home and sleep on it.
Visit Slumberland. Stop stressing and start sleeping. Shop risk-free with our 365-night guarantee.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
We've got an important milestone here to celebrate. As you know, our family has been providing other families with affordable flooring for 60 years. Whether it's vinyl, hardwood, laminate, tile, or carpet, we've offered a wide variety of flooring that stands up to the biggest messes.
And we know messes.
Speaking of which, who started in on the cake?
Don't look at me.
Sealand's Curb Plan, where #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Well, we have a little bit of a spooky forecast coming up, especially as we go into Tuesday. Going to have a little bit of a cool down. Your high will be likely below 50 degrees across much of the area, and it's going to be a windy one as Tuesday as well. So that 47 could actually feel closer to the upper 30s through the afternoon.
Oh,
so get ready for that, but we warm up pretty quickly by the end of the week. Yeah.
Gonna have to get the coat out and then put it away when it warms up.
And the hat on, yeah.
At least it's not snow yet. Thank you for joining.